So let's talk about where to fish and how to read the water. Whenever you're trying to get close to wildlife, you never just go straight towards them. You walk along the side of a flock of birds or a herd of animals, and you slowly graze, if you will, towards them. So having said that, there's fish out here, and I can see there's either a current or wind blowing this direction, right out there, because here's glassy, here's rippled. So either that's a current that's moving in from the right to the left, or there's wind that's blowing in. So what I'm going to want to do, depending on how deep this water is, there might be a shelf out there I got to watch out for. I want to get out in the water and I want to cast out here, and then it's going to kind of drag that way. So as I've been sitting here watching it, I've seen a few jump right at this point, and I've seen a few jump right at that point, so it kind of lets me know where they're at. They might be rising for who knows what. There's 0 bugs up here, and I have to assume they're fairly hungry. So I'm gonna try to move out in this direction and work my way out that way, cast into the wind, and then see if I can let it draw to the left and see what I can catch. I usually like to get it wet a little bit. I don't know if it's just superstition, but I feel like it kind of gets rid of the scent of human and helps it to deal with going down in the water here. Now, unfortunately, I can see really well in this water, and it gets steep quick. To my right at least. So if I come over here, I should be able to get out further without getting too deep. So still has some cold water. Now what I'm going to do here, I've got my strike indicator, which is going to hold the hook at a certain depth. Now I'm going to pull up some string, and that gives me something to work with. This bright string floats, and then I'm going to control it from here. Now, there's a couple of casting techniques. One that I like is a roll cast, where you just roll it over, the current carries it, and you roll it over again. And that's good for current casting. The other one that I like to do is the traditional cast, where you'll pull out a lot of the float line. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to draw the top of your pole in a straight line from about 10 and 2. The problem is people will swing like this and swing like this, and it flops the hook into the ground or into the water. But what you want to do is to have that hook fly in a straight line, and the straighter the line, the more you can control and the more the line chases itself through the air. So as you fling forward, try to make your line travel in a straight line until it's time to come up and set it down. So when it's time to set it down, you'll be traveling in a straight line like this. It's time to set it down, and I close my hands, I let it fall onto the water into the location that I've chosen to be where I want to put my hook. I'm gonna roll cast. What'll happen is it'll pull you one direction, you'll get a little tension with the current, and then you just tighten it up and fling it out there. Or it will be moving and it will bunch up, and just like a lariat, you're gonna roll that over the top and flop it out into the water. You also want to Pull it up, pause, throw. Pull it up, pause, throw. That pause is giving your line time to travel through the air so that you don't start moving forward while it's going backwards and whip your hook right off the tip of your line. Another thing that I'll do when it bunches up is I'll roll it right and left to get it out of the water, and then I'll send it flying to where I want to stick it. So you're just kind of making a figure eight in the air. Once it's bunched up and that rises it up out of the water, then you're sailing across the top and letting it float and land where you want it to be.